Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Avanti Wellness Podcast, hosted by me, Lydia Smith, aka Butterflydia. I'm embarking on my own transformational journey, and my intention is to inspire, inform, and support you all along the way. My hope is that we are all learning something new with each episode. So let's meet today's guest. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is take 2 of Livestream. You know, when you put yourself out there and you live in the now and learn new technology by yourself, there's a learning curve, and I'm definitely experiencing that with this new application. So I am having take 2 of the Avanti Wellness launch of my new live streams. And I want to tell a little story first, and then I'm going to show y'all my quick morning. This is going to be about I'm hoping like a 10 or 15 minute video. So I hope to be done in 15 minutes. But basically, I just wanted to start off by saying over the weekend, I started to go through some 20-year-old high 8 video that I took. And again, this was 2022. Okay. So I had to ask Alexa, when was YouTube started? And it was started in 2004 or 5. I just asked her. I already forgot. I think in 2006 or 2005, Google bought them for $1 billion. So it's pretty impressive, but I think it was 2004. Anyway, this video and my high 8s that I was working on over the weekend were done in 2002, which means like I had a vision of documenting my journey and my weight loss back then, but there were no platforms like YouTube like there are today. So all these things that I've always like imagined about my life, they seem to like manifest in the future in the form of tools and resources and opportunities. So I just wanted to share that because whenever I figure out how to turn those videos more digital, I might share them, especially as I go through my process this time around. So basically the Avanti Wellness website and platform that I created 20 years ago, but off and on, wasn't like actively functioning. I wasn't really working or doing anything with it. I had started something and then it just kind of petered out, didn't go anywhere. It's all like vision and idea. And like, if something doesn't take off, then, I just kind of turn and do something else. So I've always held on to the name. And in fact, somebody wanted to buy it from me one time and I didn't want to sell it because I still had a vision. And now brings me up to 2022. And, I found a use for it again. And really, it's an opportunity for not only me to engage with you all and the community out there in the global marketplace, but also to help keep me accountable for my goals and my interest and the things that I want to do. So I have this platform that I found through a friend, a resource, and who's in the business. And I thought it was a nice tool because it's basically launching this conversation on my Facebook personal page, my Avanti Wellness Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. So it really, and I could actually put it on LinkedIn, but because it's my first one, I'm not going to. So anyway, I want to talk about the day. Today is 8/8/2022. And for those of you who are spiritual or light workers or connected to higher consciousness and or the collective, you know that it's a very powerful day today. And that is why I wanted to launch my new live stream efforts on 8/8 of this year, 2022. So basically, it's an opportunity for the things that you want to manifest. If you want to change anything in your life, if you want to remove, release, let go, bring in, I mean, you can focus on it, you can work towards it, things will start shifting, people will show up, people will call, you'll get this video landed in your lap, and all of it is very intentional. Your life is intentional. Your life is, you are creating your life, whether you want to believe that or not. And because I believe that, I try to be very intentional about the choices and the life that I choose. And everything that happens to me is my responsibility, and I just have to work through it. That's like, this is my life journey. So these are the kinds of things that, I want to talk about to whoever the audience is that wants to talk about this with me. In the future, when I'm more versed in this technology, y'all can talk to me through live streams. I can bring on guests and we can have open dialogues and share with the world, our thoughts and our information. So today, in the end of this first live stream, what I wanted to do was kind of not only introduce the Avanti Wellness mission, and basically I revived it January 1st of this year, and I created it as a podcast. And, really you don't have to do video with a podcast. It's all audio if you want it to be. And so that was my way of kind of tipping my toe in the water and getting the experience of talking in a format. Live stream's a lot different because there's not a whole lot of editing that can happen. So there's an excitement to it. Things can happen, and information can be shared in a way that is a lot more authentic, and it's actually a lot more of my style. So I just wanted to say that in 2002, 20 years ago, I applied to be on. Actually, I tried to get on the very first episode of The Biggest Loser, and I went downtown and I interviewed for that. They didn't want me. I didn't get it. It wasn't in my destiny. It was fine. I was working in corporate America. I didn't really have time to go off for 8 weeks or whatever. But I applied for it because I've always had a sense that part of my issue with my weight and my health has been about sharing the vulnerability and the authenticity of the challenge, so that other people who are out there who feel like me, who look like me, who struggle like me, who are challenged like me, that we have a community of people that can get together either through the internet, Zooms, what have you, and support each other. Back in 2004, I created a meetup called the Houston Weight Loss and Support Group. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to find people like me. And I think there's like 600 people in it. And I don't have it anymore because I let it go during a time when I wasn't very active on Meetup, and somebody else picked it up. But that's no big deal. I'm not meant to keep that going. Maybe I'll reach out to them. Okay, so I applied for The Biggest Loser, didn't get it. And then I created these high 8 audition tapes that I was looking at yesterday, where I wanted to be on the Dr. Phil show because he was doing a weight loss challenge. And I was just looking for anything that was going to help and motivate me. And I was about the size I am now, minus 20 or minus 14 pounds. But so right now I'm the biggest that I've ever been. But I also feel like I'm the healthiest. Believe it or not, like I feel like I'm the healthiest that I've ever been, because when I was big and large and heavy back then, I was eating crap. I was Smoking. Oh my gosh, I quit smoking when I was 30, and all those toxins were in my body. And I just looked unhealthy. I even looked more unhealthy. I mean, if you think I look healthy now, you should see the videos from then. I mean, my face was so inflamed. I think it was just all the toxins and stuff. Look at me. I'm not keeping to my 15-minute video. But anyway, let me hurry up. So anyway, I applied to be on the Dr. Phil show, and I was rewatching the videos last night, and, you know, it was really interesting because that was literally 20 years ago that happened, that was an audition tape. And then they didn't pick me. But what happened is I just decided I can't wait for Dr. Phil. I need to do it, and I need to do it now. I was about, I think 30, I want to say I was 34, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, I have to do the math. I think I was 34, 35. And then, because when in 08, I turned 40. So 40 minus 2. Okay, I was 32, I guess. Anyway, so what I was wanting to share is that I ended up doing the journey by myself. I lost a total of 90 pounds using the 6-week body makeover. I just kept repeating and eating the food the way that he told you to eat it for the 6-week body makeover. And literally it was like 2 cups of protein. 2 ounces of protein and a cup of like spinach, greens, a lot of greens. 2 cups of protein, 2 ounces of protein and a lot of greens. And then you'd have like a light snack. And then like he would suggest like you eat cantaloupe or something in the afternoon to curb your sweet. I had certain foods because I was an endomorph. So I had certain foods I could eat and couldn't eat. You know, like I couldn't eat an apple, but I could eat pineapple and cantaloupe. Anyway, it worked. I did it. I was super rigid, super religiously strict, like never cheated the whole like 9 months or something. It ended up taking 11 months to lose 90 pounds, but I did it and I felt great and I looked great. And actually I posted a video on my Avanti Wellness Instagram page last night of that time period when I had lost actually it was 70 pounds at that time that I did the video, and I was trying to engage people to join me on the journey. And that was my dog. Join me on the journey. And so I had ended up losing, 20 more pounds since I had taken that video. But then life happened, like we all know, and I got derailed and distracted, and I turned 40, and I was like, time went on, and I turned 40, and I just wasn't keeping up that lifestyle of exercising every single day. And I'm just really like, I just do not love exercise, but I have found things that I enjoy. Like I go to the pools at my gym, and there's a path pool that's like a walking path. I mean, it's a lazy river. You float it normally, but I'm actually walking it. It's like, feels like a track, and I walk it. In fact, I may take y'all on a live stream there this afternoon and show y'all the lazy river that I go to, because this is the last week it's going to be open during the week, and then it's only open on the weekends. So I'm going to try to go a couple times this week. So maybe I'll take y'all. I have a waterproof case on my phone. So maybe I'll take y'all in the lazy river with me, and y'all can go walking down this beautiful botanical river with me. But also I swim and I go walking and things like that. But I have a beautiful treadmill, and I've decided that the last time I lost weight, I got on the treadmill for like an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. And although I'm not going to probably do that, because I've learned more about HIIT training, HIT, high intensity training, and how you can maximize more value with doing things more in burst and quickly. And you don't have to stay like an hour on a treadmill. anyway, okay, so let me wrap up. I want to show you all my morning, and I want to introduce this to you. Okay, so a month or so ago, I got this. It's called the Lumen. I'm always looking at weight loss stuff on Instagram and Facebook. It just showed up in my feed. I didn't search for it. I wasn't looking for it, but somehow the universe knows what I need. That's how I believe things come to me, especially because Google's listening on my phone, and it sends me things I'm talking about. So in one way it's a benefit, and I choose to look at it that way. And then I don't like to focus on the fact that they're listening to me on my phone. The truth is I'm not really talking about anything interesting, so they can listen all they want. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all how it works. Okay. So let me get to my little app. All right. So I'm going to hit the Lumen app, and then it's already logged in, but I need to make sure that it's on location and Bluetooth. And then I hit the Bluetooth thing so it can connect. So I'm going to take a breath. I take this first thing in the morning, which I already did. I have it on my bedside, and it's the first thing I take in the morning when I wake up, because I want to see what my CO2 levels are. And so it'll let me know right away in the morning if I'm in fat burning mode overnight, which is apparently, when you want to be burning fat. Stored fat is during the evening. And then if I wake up and it's like you're burning fat and carbs, that's not horrible because I'm still burning fat. What's bad is what happened this morning. It said, I don't know if it was legit, if it, got a good reading, but it said I was at 5. And I was like, what? Burning all carbs? What is sometimes I got to ask the company, they have a chat. Sometimes I have to find out why that would happen, because they say sometimes your body, when it needs carbohydrates, it goes into stress mode, and then it produces more CO2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit I get to select morning, before exercise, after. I haven't had breakfast, so I'm going to hit, and I've already done the one from waking up. That's the morning one. So I'm going to say before eating. Okay, before eating breakfast, I have to check that. Okay, so here we go. It's basically reading your CO2 levels. Okay, so let's see what.
Inhale deeply through your lumen.
Okay, watch this. Can y'all see?
Hold your breath. Exhale in 3, 2, 1.
Eat your carbs for breakfast and lunch. This can help you with morning fat burn. So it gives you little messages. Let's see, what am I? I'm a 3. That's not bad, okay? Because I was a 5 when I woke up. So that means I've gone down. So this little grid, and you can go on my Avanti Wellness Podcast Instagram. I post a lot of these pictures. So the number 1 is where I want to be when I wake up. Number 2, so number 1 says you're primarily burning fat. Number 2 says you're mostly burning fat. Number 3 says you're burning fat and some carbs. Number 4 says you're burning mostly carbs. And then number 5 is you're burning only carbs. And so I'm like, damn, I hate to see the 5. Okay, but what my aunt keeps asking me, well, what does that do? How's that going to help you lose weight? The thing that it's doing for me is that it's, number 1, it's keeping me engaged in my process. It's keeping me connected and mindful and conscious of the everyday focus that I need to have. Dr. Phil says, you need to re-engineer your life to support your goals. If my goal is weight loss, I need to do things differently. I need to re-engineer my life so that it supports weight loss. And one thing I did differently this morning is when I got dressed, I actually put my tennis shoes on. And normally I just walk around my house with, bare feet and throw on some flip-flops and walk my dog. And I just thought tennis shoes are athletic. and you have a lot more bounce in your step when you're walking in a tennis shoe than when you're flip-flopping in a flip-flop. And so I decided I'm going to be intentional about walking my dog, and I'm going to put my tennis shoes on. So I did that. That's my new thing I did this morning. And anyway, what I was going to say is based on what I blow, if it's a 3, if it's a 5, okay, if it's a 5, it's going to say, oh, you need a low carb day. And it's going to tell you how many carbs. Let me see, where's my camera? It's going to tell you how many carbs you can eat. So today it says, based on my body size and my weight, it actually, when you're heavier, you get to eat more food until you start losing weight. And then, they minimize your calorie because all you need is a caloric deficit. So if it takes 2,000 calories to maintain this big body that I live in, then I can eat, 1,900 calories, and that's a caloric deficit. So I don't have to eat 1,200 calories and starve, and it's basically just wants to be adaptable and a reasonable, way of working with your body. Okay. So like normal keto programs tell you to have like 25 net carbs. Well, because I'm so big still, it says you can have 75 grams of carbs. That's actually quite a bit. And then it says 98 grams of fat and 154 grams of protein. That's my today's, allotment based on what levels of CO2 I had in my breath just now. So it adjusts. It's not like you do the same diet, have to eat the same amount of food every single day. It adjusts based on my progress and my what I'm doing and how I'm advancing. Okay. So if you're interested in taking the quiz and learning more about this, please click on the link in my description because it supports me doing this live and allows me to continue to create the technology to be connected to all of y'all. So please comment below any questions or thoughts that you have. I want to also tell you that if you do go and take the quiz and it seems interesting to you and you're interested in doing having a program like that on your phone, you can use the code Avanti at checkout and they'll give you $50 off your purchase. Okay. All right. So before I go, and this is way over 15 minutes, but this is my first one. So I'm just going to do what I had planned. I wanted to kind of show y'all how I start my morning. And then I'm probably not going to do one of these again in the morning because I set up my camera over my sink. I set up my laptop over my sink. I wish I could see my studio here because I was trying to get over here. Okay, so what I want to show y'all is I use the Aqua True, which helps to give you quality water. You can see all the crap water that goes in here and then the clean, wonderful water that comes out. And it tastes good and it's so wonderful for making that's what happens on live videos. You do things like spill your water on your floor. It's wonderful for making the herbal teas that I drink to have throughout the day. And so first thing I do when I come in the morning, and of course this is not morning, it's already almost noon, but I got a little derailed. Oh my gosh, there's an ant in my thing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to throw out all this good water just to get the ant out. Where did he come from? Okay, starting over. This goes through a big filtration process, reverse osmosis. Okay, so what I wanted to also show y'all is that, when you have good quality water, your body enjoys drinking it more. And, we have to drink lots of water too. This isn't going to give me as much water as I want. Anyway, I'll have to refill it, but that's enough for what I had planned to do. So let me turn that on. Okay, so now I want to show, I know this camera is not going to be able to see that far into my refrigerator, but I want to show you these bottles that I bought on Amazon. I love them. Can y'all see these? Okay, no, you can't. Okay, they're right here. They look like this. I'll bring 2 of them. I'm only going to use one. They're like 16 or 18 ounces of glass bottles. I love these bottles. I'll actually find the link and I'll end up putting that on this post too. But I'm so in love with these bottles. Okay, so I have to pour something in here. So I'm going to take a little swig to give it some room. So, you know what I haven't had yet? I was waiting. I take a probiotic in the morning. This one is not anything fancy. I just got it at Costco. That's my probiotic. And then I take a biotin from Costco that I feel like is good for my skin and hair. I take, you know, with all this talk about boosting your immune system, you need to have a good vitamin C on hand. This is a product that I've been introduced to over 20 years ago. It's a 40-year-old company. And what I enjoyed about it when I was 30 years old is that all these old people, they were like 75 and 85. They had been eating these herbal foods for like 10 years. 10 or 15 years, you know, because it's a 40-year-old company. And at that time, 20 years ago, it was a 20-year-old company. So these people had been involved with it for a while. And they were like 75 years old, rollerblading, jumping on rebounding trampolines, hiking mountains. And I was like, oh my gosh, if these foods give you this kind of energy and vitality when you're that age, I want to know about it. So, of course, at 30, you're healthy and you don't need a lot of energy because you have it. But I have always been utilizing and understanding their philosophy of regenerating the body. Nourish, balancing, and cleansing the body is like a Chinese philosophy. And at that time, I mean, I wasn't that healthy because I had been smoking for like 11 years. So I had a bunch of toxins in my body and I had just quit. And so my body needed to release all those toxins. And I have photos and they did. I mean, my skin, when I started eating all the cleansing foods and the herbal teas and stuff, all the toxins started coming out of my face and my skin, and like my friends and my sisters were like giving me gift cards for facials and stuff. They thought I needed to go get a facial, but I actually knew what was happening because I knew what I was doing to cause it. So I just knew that if it's inside the body, it has to come out. So that's what I did. I was patient with myself. I was patient with my releasing of my skin, and I thought I was going to have, you know, damaged pock marks and all this stuff from all the acne and stuff coming out. But actually it was because of these herbal foods in this company that I was eating these high quality products. These are vitamin C. I'm going to take those in a minute when I hang up. Okay, so one last thing I wanted to share that I do every morning, first thing in the morning, is a month ago, I bought these Dr. Gundry products, and I just tried them. Google showed up in my feed, and I decided it felt right. I mean, a lot of times I listen to my intuition. It felt right. I listened to his message, and he talked about supporting production of ketones for more energy, and this is MCTs and polyphenols to support brain health. And, you know, part of my struggle with my weight loss is that I'm not motivated. I don't have the motivation and the energy to want to do it. And so something's wrong with my brain health. And so I basically picked this up. I picked up both flavors because I didn't know which one I was going to like. And this is lighter. I've been eating the watermelon lemonade the most, but this one is raspberry melody. So I'm going to show you how I pour it in my little bottles that I love. Did I say I love these little bottles? Oh my gosh, they're so cool. Because whenever you drink out of plastic, you're drinking the toxins that's in the plastic. And never reuse a plastic water bottle. Wait, what am I doing there? That's not what I'm doing. I already did that. I'm going to put the raspberry in. Let me see if I can like not bend down here with my computer. I'm trying to get the shot of the bottle, which now you can't see. Okay, I'm going to go back down. This is why I was using a stool so I could be low. Okay. So let's go low. Like Michelle Obama says, when they go low, you go high. I love that phrase. I believe it too. Okay, so these are Dr. Gundry's. I think I just got powder on my face. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, I'm doing this. This is what I do. I stick it in. I use a little funnel because I like my bottles. If I had a big wide mouth something, I wouldn't need the funnel, but I do this, make the drink, and I saw a lot of people complaining on the reviews that it was too sweet with monk fruit. So this is a great way to help support your gut by drinking your apple cider vinegar every day. I know a lot of people have seen those ads that say apple cider vinegar supports weight loss, but no one can drink it because it's horrible by itself to drink. Sorry, I'm trying to get my apple cider vinegar 2 tablespoons worth little measuring thing. Okay, let me shake up so I can get the mother right there. All right. Oh, don't spill it. That's the big challenge. Okay, so I put that much. I could never drink that much, like just in water. No way. It's too strong. It would totally hurt. One day I was like, oh, I need to get chia seeds in my life. One day I added chia seeds into this bottle and I didn't like it. I like the drink better. So here's my little powwow. And let me show you how cool these little bottles have. Just a moment. The little bottles have little sleeves. They come with little sleeves so that they don't slip out of your hands, because actually when they're really cold, they are slippery. So here's my little water bottles. I take these everywhere. I actually bought 2 sets because when one is in the dishwasher ready to go get cleaned, I need to have another 6 or so ready to go in the refrigerator. So I shake this up. I need to get one of those things. I've never had one. But anyway, this is something I drink every morning. And I will tell you that when I do this may be the case for anybody else who struggles with, losing weight and eating low carb. When you eat a lot of carbs in your life and then you shift and you decide to go low carb, sometimes you can be like insulin resistant or hypoglycemic. And so the other day, so I've done this for like a month. Okay, I've lost 10 pounds. I'm not really promoting that right yet because I don't feel like that's that significant. I could like have 3 bad days of eating and gain the 10 pounds. So I'm not really talking about that. However, I'm more focused on my processes, my habits, my procedures, like things that I'm doing, the progress rather than the perfection. And when I get the behavior down, when I re-engineer my life to be supportive of my goals, then the results, are going to happen. And I know that because when I lost 90 pounds, I re-engineered my life and I had the behaviors that created the experience of weight loss for a body like mine, an endomorph. I can look at food and it attaches somewhere on my body. So anyway, wasn't I saying something about this, just re-engineering my life? Okay, so I've done this for for a month, over a month. I just started doing it. And I know what I was talking about, hypoglycemia. Okay, I'm about to finish this live stream, but I was talking about hypoglycemia. So I've done it for a whole month, every single day. I've done it just like clockwork. However, 3 days ago, I didn't drink this first, and I was doing my low carbs, and all of a sudden I felt like an anxiety attack was coming on. That's kind of like what it feels like when I'm, low carb. So, let me just say this, if my blood sugar's not balanced, that's when I feel that way. And so I realized that it's because I hadn't had this first. So I guess the monk fruit and the raspberries and the berries inside of this product help to kind of give me a stable blood sugar for the morning. And then I can eat my low carb breakfast. And I'm about to fix it. I'm not going to do that on the live stream. I'm going to spare y'all. But what I wanted to tell you is that when I eat the way that this program is telling me to eat, two eggs, you can scramble them or fry them or whatever. I use an avocado spray from Costco. And then I put a cup of spinach with it. It's so satisfying and it's satiating, and I don't have a spike in blood sugar. And so then I'm able to really what your metabolism desires. And this is how I lost that 90 pounds before is, every 2 to 3 hours, you're supposed to kind of fuel it like a kindling to a fire is how I imagine what it is. So anyway, thank you for, being part of the community, supporting the podcast and the channel. Please subscribe, and it'll help my YouTube standing so that Google can start running ads on my channel. The more subscribers my first goal is to get 1,000 subscribers, because you don't even get to have ads on your videos, and you can't monetize and support your podcast or your channel until you have 1,000 subscribers. So if you don't mind, just subscribe, even if you don't watch. Just subscribe so I can get to the monetization status. And anyway, thank you all. Happy Lionsgate. Happy 8/8 today. It's it's an anniversary for me. 31 years ago, my sister passed away. But last year I had a major shift and a big transformation around that sadness and tragedy. And I just shifted to deciding that my life could be joyful again, and that I was going to choose joy instead of choose sadness in my world. So today's a great day. It's an exciting day. It's a day of great manifestation and opportunity. And I hope that whatever it is that you want and desire for yourself and your life, you're able to create and manifest as well. So join me on the journey, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. We've reached the end of this episode. If you'd like to continue with this motivational journey, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss out each time we load a new episode. If you have an inspirational story to share or want to let us know about a potential guest, we'd love to hear about it. Contact us at avantiwellness.com. See you next time, and remember, change is good.